So one of the biggest questions right now that a lot of you are asking, and I'm reading your comments, and I'm going to start reading your comments soon, but a lot of you are wondering, what will the president's coronavirus diagnosis mean for his campaign? So the president is known for his rallies like this one, and he had several on his calendar, including ones in D.C., Florida today, 2 in Wisconsin on Saturday. Well, those are now canceled. There is also the question about the next presidential debate, which is scheduled, of course, for October 15th. But that's within the 2-week quarantine period. Jeff, what do you think this means for his campaign? Do you think he'll somehow still partake in the debate, even if it's from home? What do you think?
You know, my first thought is yes, he will. It's Trump. He's going to try his best to get out there.
And it's go time.
But the reality of the situation, Sam, is we don't know how this affects person to person. Some people are asymptomatic. They show no signs. Some people, unfortunately, look at the death toll in our country alone. It leads to death, right? So we don't know how he's going to react. Knowing President Trump, he's going to do all he can to rally his troops. The election is around the corner. But, I mean, I hope people aren't so deep into the woods and their heels dug so far into the ground that they're like, I never wore a mask before. I'm going to continue not to wear one. I hope this opens people's eyes. Both sides of the party. This isn't a political thing, an American thing, and say, hey, you know what? I might be able to get this too. Just like you had a new eye-opening, not that you're doing anything bad before about calling your parents. I hope this opens America's eyes to this problem, how serious it is.
Just that we need to stay hyper-vigilant. Erica?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we know that there isn't a vaccine, but we do know that there's a way to slow the spread. There's a way to be careful. And I think that at this point, we all know that it doesn't discriminate and we all need to be careful. And that's what we've been saying the entire time. I don't know how it gets so blown out of proportion.
Well, let me get the viewers involved because you guys have a lot to say. And, you know, whether we agree or disagree, I always want to hear from you. Eagle Garrett on Twitter says, we're praying for you all and hope you get to feeling better soon. Solana Francia says, hope for a speedy recovery. Faith says it was just a matter of time. And Taba Chetty says, guess he should have been wearing his mask more often. Well, let's just listen. I saw a tweet from Alyssa Milano earlier, and to your point, there was a lot of mudslinging, right, and pointing fingers. I actually liked what Alyssa Milano tweeted. I don't have the tweet because I literally just saw it. This is someone who's been his biggest critic, right? And she wrote, I would not wish this. This is somebody who also had corona, Alyssa Milano. And, you know, in so many words, she said, I would not wish this on my worst enemy. And she's, you know, also hoping for a speedy recovery. I think take that, also take the fact that we all just said, and we want to make sure that everybody is looking out for one another. Let's beat this thing as a country.
And Sam, can I jump in really quickly?
Please.
Sam, I just want to say this. I was doing Zoom homework with my daughter over Zoom a couple days ago, and if you don't want to do it for another adult or your fellow Americans, do it for the generations underneath us. I was doing homework with my daughter, and she just so casually said, well, you know, Halloween's canceled, so blah, blah, blah. This is what we're going to do, and my friends are going to do this. It's like, how many Halloweens and Christmases and Hanukkahs are we going to be canceled for the generations coming underneath us? We already had those memories. Let's at least, if not for us, let's do it for our kids, as corny as that sounds.
Amen.
Let's do it for our kids.
We can do
let's
this.
pull this together.
Yeah, humanity. Humanity.
Yeah.
That's it. People, I'm quick, I know we got to run, and I get it. But people online are saying, how could you support someone? How could you wish them well when they're racist and this and that? Whatever else you want to say about President Trump in your own mind. How about because I'm a parent and I want to be example for my child? So I wish other people well, all of people who have coronavirus, everybody, I wish them well because I want to be a better person for my family.
Yeah, well said. And let's, like I said, let's beat this together, wear a mask, protect one another, and may this unify us, please. We are continuing our conversation about President Trump after the break.